Hello, everyone. Let's talk about Guy Ritchie's new movie, The Wrath of Man. It stars Jason Statham as Patrick Hill, who is also known in the movie as H. He's a guy just starting a new gig as a cash truck security guard. When his crew is targeted in a heist, his colleagues are all shocked to learn that H is actually an ace marksman and mighty skilled in hand-to-hand combat too. That super simple, very surface-level version of the premise here is basically where the film worked the best for me. The cash truck operation is fascinating, and I really did enjoy learning more about it through H's training. So Wrath of Man was working for me as a movie about a cash truck security guard who is secretly lethal. But, of course, there is a reason that H has those combat abilities, and it was the unfolding mystery that wound up losing me. This, of course, is a Jason Statham, Guy Ritchie movie. Between Statham's screen presence and the fact that I do think almost all of Ritchie's movies range from watchable to stellar, there was bound to be something appealing here, and there is. It does have its moments, but I do think that the overly convoluted nature of the story and the way that it all unfolds put Wrath of Man more on the just watchable end of the range of Ritchie movies that I just mentioned. There are some successful, tense action scenes here and there, but even the best of the bunch kind of only amounted to a, oh, that was kind of cool type of reaction from me. Instead of something that builds energy and suspense through an attachment to the characters, through wow-worthy visuals, and also just the feeling that this moment has great weight in the movie overall. That feeling just wasn't there. Almost all the characters in Wrath of Man also felt very hollow to me. And I don't want it to sound like I think that characters have to be good people to be engaging, but in this case, the way that they presented the main players, I couldn't care less about them, whether they were good or bad. To throw out some examples here, Josh Hartnett's character was despicable from moment one in this movie, and I think they pushed his dialogue a little too far. Neve Algar is solid, but I think she's severely underused, and with some of the other characters in the movie, I think part of the problem is I kind of figured out what was coming too early on, and I actually wound up feeling far more engaged with the heist crew that Jeffrey Donovan's character was leading. Minus Scott Eastwood's character, who is meant to be the dangerous wild card of the group, that team was able to quickly and effectively convey a history and a loyalty that, even with such limited screen time, truly did convince me of some of their motivations and also why they came together as a team. I don't have to necessarily agree with what they're doing, but understanding and feeling through that understanding is a vital element to the movie, and I got more of that from that group of characters than most of the others. And to be fair about it here, H is operating as a stoic, cold lone wolf within that cash truck company, and it does seem like the character was very much designed to be that way, but the way his story and drive is conveyed just made me feel very detached from him, and therefore detached from the main mission of the movie. And as far as the visuals go, I wasn't super impressed. It's kind of trying to be stylized at moments, but mainly has a grounded, gritty, and gray feel that I guess could have worked. I would just describe the visuals and a number of the fight scenes as solid but unexceptional. And I think the big thing is that's a little disappointing in a Guy Ritchie movie in particular. I am going to give The Wrath of Man 2 Deweys out of 5 on the Dewey Decimal movie scale. There are some promising components, but it just didn't work for me for a multitude of reasons. The character development just wasn't there. Those visuals weren't especially striking, and simply put, I just wasn't enjoying the ride all that much, and I think that had a lot to do with how Ritchie tells the story. The format didn't serve the material well. So there it is. That's my review of Wrath of Man for you guys. If you see the movie, do let me know what you think about it in the comments section below. And before I say goodbye, I have a Patreon shout out to give because this review is coming your way, courtesy of Andrew. Andrew is a Super cool, very talented individual, and I do highly recommend checking out his work on Instagram. I'll put a URL to his Instagram page in the description section of this video. Cannot recommend checking out his stuff enough, so get on that, guys. And before you leave this video, please like and share it, and I'll see you soon. Got more movie reviews coming your way. I mean, very, very soon. Like, really soon. You're going to want to keep an eye on the channel next week. Bye, guys.